One of the key projects that we are currently implementing in Nigeria is with respect to the current governance, peace and security challenges confronted by the West African region. And ECOWAS is the main target for us. And the focus is that ECOWAS is one strategic institution that since 1975 have played a major role in strengthening governance, peace and security in West Africa. As far back as 1975, when ECOWAS was created, it was with respect to building a common West Africa region that is prosperous and developed economically. But within the late 1990s, ECOWAS had to also build in peace and security in its agenda. And the focus was with respect to some of the insecurities we saw in Liberia, Sierra Leone, or within the Mano River region of West Africa. As it stands, Burkina Faso, Mali, Guinea, and Niger are key countries today that have experienced unconstitutional change of government, where military juntas are currently in power. The implication is that these countries are witnessing the total truncation of democratic rule, in which the rule of law, the issue of constitution have been suspended by the military junta. Now for ECOWAS, the question is, to what extent is ECOWAS having the right infrastructure to deal with these issues? This is an organization with a rich history of having to respond proactively to some of the issues around governance, around peace and security. Now, from our own strategic mandate as USIP, we believe that ECOWAS can be supported. We believe that the people of West Africa can be supported to work towards a more secured region. Recently, USIP convened a high-powered meeting where policymakers, academics, civil society came together to examine where we are coming from in terms of the history of governance, peace and security in the West Africa region, some of the actions that have been taken by states, by non-state actors, by multilateral organizations, with a view to looking at how best ECOWAS can be repositioned. We believe that we've got the right persons, we've got the right expertise, and we've got the right partnerships to do that. And this is what, going forward, USIP seeks to achieve, bringing people together, holding more strategic policy level convenes with a view to really taking a deep dive into these issues with a view to coming up with more practical solutions that will help us safeguard the integrity of this region, protect the people of this region, as well as ensure that some of the key inroads that have been made with respect to the gains of democratic governance, economic development, regional integration are achieved. The call to action here is that the international community have a huge role to play in mobilizing all the necessary resources, both human and financial, with a view to helping ECOWAS deal with the issues that it faces. Some of these issues include the truncation of democratic governance across the region as we see. Secondly, is the whole question of fragility that is becoming a major challenge for states across the region. USIP have been able to, in three ways, respond to some of these issues. The first is the Global Fragility Act, which was passed a few years ago, which USIP played a major role in developing. The second is the Coastal West Africa Study Group, which again a report was released. And the third is the Senior Study Group for the Sahel. And all these study group reports have far-reaching recommendations in terms of what civil society can do, what the state can do, what ECOWAS and other regional economic groupings can do, as well as what the international community in the context of the African Union and the United Nations, as well as other key actors like the European Union and the United States of America can do in helping mobilize all the needed resources towards checkmating some of these key underlying issues that the region confronts. Kidnappings, for instance, terrorism and insurgency, the current conflict between farmers and herders, climate change. These are all issues that we believe need to be tackled. There are models that we can build from these countries and these organizations as they have a history of dealing with some of these conflicts or some of these security challenges across other parts of the world.